E ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o na mea huna no ea o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e o na mea huna no ea o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e o na mea huna no ea o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai.
Mahalo and welcome. Thank you, Grant Bodwell, and the welcome on the conch shells, and to Kalani for that beautiful welcoming chant. This is our third Ho'ike here in the Grinstead Amphitheater. We are Hula Mai, and we are so happy to have you here with us today. And we are so glad it's not raining. Oh, weren't you worried? We were so worried. We chanted this today when we were setting up the stage. We said, "Ua, ua, heleon." Rain, rain, go away. And it did. We have a wonderful show planned for you this evening. The dancers have been practicing hard. They're ready. We have live musicians. We have our own band. We have a special guest who is going to play slack key guitar for you. It's right over there. We'll introduce him a little bit later. But first, I want to ask a special favor of you. We always start our show with dances from old Hawaii, kahiko style, to chants. And those kahiko hula begin with a phrase that the dancers sing out, call out in Hawaiian. And they end the same way. So even the dance ends, the dancers bow, and then they do a phrase in Hawaiian. But if you start clapping as soon as the dancers bow, then you're going to miss hearing that wonderful phrase in Hawaiian. And the dancers will be so disappointed because they've all worked very, very hard learning those. So if you would just hold your applause until it's really completely through. You'll know it because dancers start walking around on the stage. And that will make the dancers very happy, and it will make all of you a really good Hawaiian audience. So let's begin. And we will begin with two chants back to back, one to bring the dancers on, and the second honoring King David Kalakaua, known as Kavika. So here we go. O makau.
Ai. O puka ma kamikina.
O puka kala ma kahikina. Me ka hua kai hele no kumukaki. Ha'amai na iwa me iiaka. Me ka polaka me ka ulu vehi vehi. Ne e mai na iwa ma ku'ualo. Me ke alo kapu o ke a iwa. Ho'i no e ke kapu me na ali'i. E ola ma ko paolo ala. E ola e ala e
Hey no no. Iaka I koe o pele. Ai. E ano kavika. Ka heke o nā pua.
E no kavika e hei. ka heke a o nā pua e hei, e ia no ka vika e hei, ka heke a o nā pua e hei, ka wila ma ka hikina e hei, mala maha vai I e hei, ka wila ma ka hikina e hei, mala maha vai I e hei, ku ia ka lono pelikani e hei, o kolo he ke kuine o palani e hei, ku ia ka lono pelikani e hei, o kolo he ke kuine o palani e hei, na vai e ka pua I luna e hei, o ka paa ke ano makua e hei, na vai e ka pua I luna e hei, o ka paa ke ano makua e hei, haina ia mai ka puana e hei, ka lani ka vika I noa e hei, haina ia mai ka puana e hei, o ka lani ka vika I noa la e ala e ala e a e. Our next Kahiko Hula describes another Hawaiian monarch, Queen Liliuokalani, and it talks about how she sits so proudly on the throne, describes her beautiful eyes, her cheeks, her lovely shoulders, her knees, the dimples in her knees. And we'll do it first in the old style of hula, the Kahiko style, and then we'll do it again with the band in the style of a modern hula or awana. So this is a hybrid hula on Elili'u E. Ho'ma kau kau. Elili'u E no hona ni mai, koki no e ki I mili mili. Elili'u E no hona ni mai, koki no e ki I mili mili. Ko maka e no reo nei, ko papalina e kuuana. Ko maka e no reo nei, ko papalina e kuuana. Ko po'ohiwi ani peahi, ko poli e nahe vali. Ko po'ohiwi ani peahi, ko poli e nahe vali. Ko kuli e nuku moe oe, ko wawai pahua I luna. Ko kuli e nuku moe oe, ko wawai pahua I luna. Haina ia mai ana ka puana, Elili'u E no hona ni mai. Haina ia mai ana ka puana, Elili'u E no hona ni mai. E o Elili'u I ko inoa, ka hae ka launu o Hawaii nei. E o Elili'u I ko inoa, ka hae ka launu o Hawaii nei. E ala e ai.
Elili'u E no hona ni mai, koki no e ki mili mili. Ko maka e no reo nei, ko papalina e kukuana.
Thank you. Our next chant is another kind of hybrid hula. The dance style is old, or kahiko, but the music is modern. This is a love song, and the object of this person's affection is likened to a rare flower or a green rose whose fragrance pierces his heart, leaving him joyfully in love. Here is Green Rose Hula. Ho'oma kau kau.
Ai, no kapua loke lau ke aloha.
No ka pua loke lau ke aloha, no ka ui kau I ka rekiu. No ka pua loke lau ke aloha, no ka ui kau I ka rekiu. Ko ala ona ia nei, o lali mai ana e walea. Ko ala ona ia nei, o lali mai ana e walea. E walea ku aku me oe, I ka ana noi au ho I po. E walea hu aku me oe, I ka ana noi au ho I po. A he ko oe lau I aloha, ka anoi aku vai. A he ko oe lau I aloha, ka anoi aku vai. Aina ia mai kapuana, no green rose ke aloha. Aina ia mai kapuana, no green rose ke aloha. Ea ea, ea ea.
Ela, ela, ea, ai. Okay, audience, you have one more chance to do that right. We'll do one more kahiko. This last kahiko describes the glow of a beautiful sunset. It talks about how the sun shines on the Ilima flower blossoms, the water amidst the ginger blossoms. It talks about the heavy rains of Hanalei, the deep green foliage in the forest. The presentation of this chant is the first of its kind for us. I will chant each verse, and the dancers will go through the motions. And then when they repeat the verse, they will chant the words, in Hawaiian, of course. And you have to believe that because Hawaiian is not their first language, this was not an easy task. So we hope you enjoy this. The name of this chant is Hula no Veil. Ho'oma kau kau.
Ai, hula no veo lanai kalau.
Hula no ve'o lai lai ka lai lai ka pua ilima lai.
Hula no veo lai ka lai ka pua ilima lai.
Akalai. Akalai o no hili lai ka hurai lana lai o ka ama puhi lai. Ua ike wale oe lai ka ua loku lai a ohana le lai. lipo lipo. Lipo lipo valelai. A o kana helelai. A o ho o hielai. Haina, haina mai kapua na lai la he ino wala kaleleo na lani lai.
Haina mai kapua na la he ino wala kaleleo na lani lai.
Ela, 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 ai, ai. I promise you a special treat this evening in the person of our special guest artist. He is a young man who not only plays beautiful Hawaiian music, but he composes it as well. And he has performed on stages halfway around the world, Hawaii, at Carnegie Hall in New York City. And I like to believe that this is the apex of your career. Patrick Landeza is also the producer of Hawaiian shows. He brings Hawaiian musicians from the islands to perform in throughout Northern California. And it's my very great pleasure to introduce him to you this evening. He will play slack key guitar for you, and then tell you about a special concert that he is bringing right here to Sonoma next Friday. So this makes our Hawaiian concert series of 2, right?
Right.
Okay, here we go. Does he get my mic? Okay. Oh, he had to take his shoes off first. That's right.
I love your stage, Anthony. Great. Yeah, I had to take off my shoes. Aloha, everybody. Aloha. Isn't that incredible? We're right here. Oh, this is great. My name is Patrick Kauila Kamaholilani Landeza, and I am from the island of Berkeley, California. Born and raised, my mother comes from a little place called Ho'olehua Molokai. And my father, he came from a place called Kahuku on the island of Oahu. When I was a little boy, my mother would sing to me. She'd sing me these songs from her home. And I really think, and I truly believe that although it was very difficult growing up in the country in Molokai, she truly did miss her home, so she would sing us these beautiful songs. So I'd like to do 2 songs to share with you my style of playing, which is called Ki Ho'alu, or Hawaiian slack key guitar. Nice. There we go. Thank you, Keakua. So I'm going to take you, this is a beautiful song. Talks about the Lehua blossom. The song goes a little like this. liku ka lehua ka ini paole a ka make make a ia I paole liku ka lehua ka ini paole a ka make 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 no volai tali I ka lawe ha'ahe o ke kikala Niho mai nei kou pele koki I ta iho a kau I na he maa Nakapuana Aia I pau aliko ka lehua Pau aliko ka lehua I pau aliko ka lehua The guitar was introduced to the Hawaiians by the Mexican vaqueros in the 1830s. And at the time, prior to that, the king of Hawaii put a kapu on the cattle, which means do not touch. And so the Hawaiians, realized that by not touching the cattle, they begin to multiply and multiply, and they don't know how to handle these big dogs. So they went over to the Monterey area, to Mexico. They brought over the vaqueros, and the vaqueros helped us how to rope and ride, and also taught us how to play guitar. But the story goes is that when it came time for the vaqueros to leave, they left their guitars with their good friends, the Hawaiian boys. But one problem, they never showed the Hawaiians how to tune the guitar. So the story goes. So the Hawaiians developed a tune or tuning where they loosen or slacken the strings, where it's an open tuning. And prior to that, it was just pretty much percussive when it came to all things hula. And now you had this beautiful instrument that came up with this wonderful sound that we know today as kiho'olu, or Hawaiian slack key guitar. That is your lesson for the day, folks. As Auntie had said, I produce shows, and I am bringing next week this wonderful show we call the Legends of Waikiki. It's never been done. The last time actually it's been done was in '87 at Carnegie Hall. Wow. And I brought these old-time musicians back with the steel guitar, and they'll be here on Friday at the Vets Hall. So before you leave, I have 5,000 of these flyers, so please take it. The last show we had here is with Dennis Kamakahi, and it was awesome. Dennis Kamakahi, of course, was he was a part of the Descendants soundtrack. He's my teacher. I was nominated for the Hoku, which is the Hawaiian Grammy, and in May, we went over there to Hawaii. And it's such an honor because I'm the very first mainland-born based artist to ever receive the nomination, and I only lost to my teacher and my uncle, Uncle Dennis Kamakahi. So that's pretty good. But he is Hawaiian music's most legendary composer. And when we were here last, he loved Sonoma. He says, I want to come back. And it wasn't just because he loves wine, but he just loved the atmosphere. When we were here, we were on our way out, and we usually listen to the radio. So I said, let's listen to Martha Stewart today, Uncle. So Martha Stewart was talking about making jams. And I turned to him and I said, Uncle Dennis, I can do that. And so by chance, we stopped off at that strawberry stand you folks have over here. And for 2 weeks straight, I started making jams. My wife thought I was crazy. Now, I have some jams for sale. Thanks to Martha Stewart. I sell them at my shows, and the funny thing is this, everybody usually helps me sell. I have a crew, but they're all planning my surprise birthday party for tomorrow, so they're not here. Oh, don't worry, I know, I'm cooking it, so. But one day my wife was like, why are you cooking, why are you making all this jam in Mother's Day concert? It's like 10 minutes as I have jam. All 40 jars sold out. She came up to me, we need more jam. They want to buy your samples. So I brought some jam and some taro bread, folks. Oh, and by the way, I have a CD, but the jam is really good. Returning back to my uncle, and once again, thank you so much, Benny and Bruno, Auntie Benny and Bruno, for having me. She used to dance hula with my mother back in the 60s, 70s. 50s, holy, the 40s, 30s. You're gonna get me in trouble. This is a beautiful song written by Uncle Dennis Kamakahi. And it's a song that he wrote as a proposal for his wife. A song my mother would always sing to me. So I need your help on this. And I'll let you know where you come in, okay? You ready to sing today? Beautiful song called Koloha Mo Amau. Oh hey, oh hey, e ku'upua o nauna, ka ua, i ka pomahina hina. Little mai o e ko aloha pu'uwai. Apani mai au ia o e me ku'uleo nahi nahi. And repeat after me. Something like this. Hold me, and you sing, hold me. Give it a try. Hold me, hold me. Darling, never let me go. Love me, like you've never loved before. Touch me, with your gentle hands in mine. And when you kiss me, you'll be surprised at what you find. Here we go again. Hold me, darling, never let me go. Love me, like you've never loved before. And touch me, put your gentle hands in mine. when you kiss me, you'll be surprised at what you find. And when you kiss me, you'll be surprised at what you find. Song I always dedicate to my mother, but today I dedicate to her, Auntie Betty and Bruno. Mahalo, everybody.
That was so good. Mahalo, Patrick Landeza. Patrick Landeza will be back next Friday evening in Sonoma at the Veterans Hall at the concert. How many more thousands of those things? You have 4,000 over there, I see, Patrick. Oh, 4,000 left. Okay, hurry before we run out. The first hula in the Awana, or more modern part of our program, is a popular one about a place that will be familiar to all of you who have been to Maui. You've probably been to Lahaina, the port city. It's a major tourist spot. And this song is all about Maui being number one, and Lahaina is where you'll find me. Here is Lahaina Luna.
I'm going to the island of the valley, to Lahaina, Lahaina Luna, where the mountains are green. You will find me in Lahaina. Where you'll find me.
Okay, thanks.
Down by the seaside, watching the moonrise, the twinkling starlight, the morning sunrise, the golden sunset in Lahaina. Where you'll find me, down by the seaside, watching the moonrise, the twinkling starlight, the morning sunrise, the golden sunset in Lahaina.
Lamb was a well-known performer at the Alamana Hotel and the Halekulani back in the 50s, the so-called golden age of hula. She also wrote many beautiful songs, including this next very romantic hula, Singing Bamboo.
Singing bamboo, it's singing a little love song to you, telling of a small island rendezvous, a heaven that was made just for two, where trade winds softly kissing the cold palms, flower-scented nights calling you to my arms. So listen to the sweet singing bamboo, is singing a little love song to you, where trade winds softly kissing the cold palms, flower-scented nights calling you to my arms. So listen to the sweet singing bamboo, is singing a little love song to you. It's singing a little love song to you.
Mahalo. And more than half of the dancers who were just did those two numbers for you have been taking hula for, well, just since last September. So that's pretty good. Huh? Harry Owens wrote this next song back in the 1920s for a special Hawaiian review at Waikiki. They hired a Ziegfeld chorus girl for the part of a crazy princess who loved to give it away. Well, we don't have a Ziegfeld chorus girl, but we have Nellie with her own interpretation of this funny hula. Before she comes out, though, I have to tell you that she used to work for the San Rafael Police Department. And I understand that some of her ex-coworkers are here tonight. So there's one, at least, okay. So, San Rafael PD, if things get rowdy and out of hand, we're depending on you, okay? So this is Nellie Woodard as the Princess Pupuli.
The Princess Pupuli has plenty papaya. She loves to give it away. Now all the neighbors they say, oh Mia, oh Maya, you really should try a little piece of the Princess Pupuli's papaya. Zazz, 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 the Princess Pupuli, not truly unruly. Each day. For all of the neighbors they say, Sunday afternoon. It was field day in papaya groves, but I reached the gate and I was too late. The customers would line up in rows. So let this be a warning. Go early in the morning and through the day. So Princess Papuli has plenty papaya. She loves to give it away. I need papaya. She loves to give it away. I said papaya. She loves to give it away.
Nellie Gordon. Oh, my. Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you, Nellie. Well, getting back on a more serene perch. Our next song features one of our ukulele masters here in the band, Barry Sugiyama, will sing and play as the Hula dancers perform the very lovely Magic Island.
Ginger wasn't born, it filled the air with sweet perfume, and we were there. Two shadows on the sun, a tropic moon above, and we were lost, so lost. Shadows on the sand, a tropic moon above, and we were lost, so lost in love, and we were lost, so lost in love.
Magic Island. That was Barry Sugiyama on ukulele and singing. Thank you. Mahalo. Our next answer is part of the reason that Hula Mai exists at all. The story of Barbara Parkin and Hula Mai is too complex to be told here, but really, if it were not for her, this would not be happening. Years and years ago, with Patrick's mother, Barbara and I took hula lessons from a wonderful woman in the East Bay named Ida Namanu Okava'a Wong Gonzalez. We called her Ida for short. This song that Barbara is going to dance for you, it was a hula that Ida used to do whenever she was out on the town and an MC would see her in an audience and say, "Come on up and dance, Ida." So this was Ida's favorite hula, and Barbara is going to dance it for you. Mary Ayers is going to sing Ipo Hula. Another woman who was also taking lessons from Ida at the same time Barbara and I did, all those many years ago. She's here in the audience tonight. Her name is Alberta J, and she now teaches hula in Alameda. Alberta, will you please stand up? A lot of our students are with her this evening, including an old buddy of mine from the Oakland League of Women Voters, which goes into another lifetime. Charney Smith, would you also stand up? Charney now takes hula from Alberta. So be warned, everybody, all roads lead to hula. In the 1940s, the employees at the Kona Inn were also the performers in the nightly floor show. So this next song was written by David Chung, who was the bellhop back in 1949, earning 26 cents an hour. The song title means, "Let's all turn." And in each verse, we're asked to turn a different way. Turn forwards, turn backwards. But the bottom line is that no matter which way we turn, our hands, our eyes, our bodies all say love. Here is the cute and sassy, a huli mako.
Ehuli, Hai no hoki mai e huli hoki mai, ko maka ko lima, me ko kino e aloha mai. Haina hoki mai e huli hoki mai, ko maka ko lima, me ko kino e aloha mai.
Hey, hule mako. The name of the next dance is one of the admonitions you hear about the hula, that even though there are other distractions in the hula, the story is told by the hands. So here is Keep Your Eyes on the Hands.
Whenever you're watching a hula girl dance, you gotta be careful, you're tempting romance. Don't keep your eyes on her hips, her naughty hula hips. Keep your eyes on the hands. Remember she's telling a story to you. Her always swaying, but don't watch the view. Don't concentrate on the swing, it doesn't mean a thing. Keep your eyes on the hands. And when she goes around the islands, taking dips so tantalizing, just keep your eyes where they belong. And when the basket moves a swishing, keep your hands up, go wishing that you would like to mow the lawn. Your eyes revealing the fool and no one. Face concealing, you're having some fun. But if you're too young to date, or over 98, keep your eyes on the hands. Whenever you're watching a hula girl dance, you gotta be careful, you're tempting romance. But keep your eyes on her hips, her naughty hula hips. Keep your eyes on the hands. Remember she's telling a story to you. We're always swaying, but don't watch the view. Don't concentrate on the swing, it doesn't mean a thing. Keep your eyes on the hands. And when she goes around the island, swinging tips so tantalizing, just keep your eyes where they belong. And when the basket goes swishing, keep your heads and don't go wishing that you would like to mow the lawn. Your eyes are revealing, you're fooling no one. Notice you're feeling, you're having some fun. But if you're too young to date, or over 98, keep your eyes on the hands. They tell the story. Just keep your eyes on the hands.
Keep your eyes on the hands. One of the things you learn very soon about Hawaiian songs and the hula is that they're indirect and they're subtle. They're metaphors, actually. And the song can say it's about a beautiful flower, but actually it's really probably about a beautiful woman that somebody is in love with. And that's the case in this next hula. This is a gorgeous song in which the singer calls his love a carnation flower and tells her how much he adores her. But she has left him. His heart is filled with pain, and he asks her, please come back to me. This is an exquisite love song named Pua Carnation.
Aloha.
Hula Carnation. That was beautiful. Now we have a band interlude, and our band has chosen a song about the west side of Oahu, which is supposed to be sunnier and drier than the other side. It has great beaches and great surfing. It's where Makaha is, Waianae, and Nanakuli. The song is Makaha Moon. Here's the Hula Mai Band.
Land over sea, you shine so bright over Kauai, Makahalu. I'm talking about you. Over land, over sea, you shine so bright over Kauai, Makahalu. I'm talking about you. No storms tonight, no skies. Your glow is bright over Waianae, Makahalu. I'm talking about you. 'Cause the dollar is dancing out under the stars. She sways. All the babies are jumping up here at Old Holiday. Over land, over sea, you shine so bright over Lailai, Makahamu. I'm talking about you.
Makaha Moon. Hula Mai Band. I'd like to introduce the members of the band starting in the back row, starting on the other side, Grant Bodwell. You've already heard him on the conch shell. He also plays guitar. Next to him, Kimo Cowboy Kamahele, who came here from Hilo 30 years ago and waited for Hula Mai all these years. Next to him, Karen Wagner on ukulele, Gary Sugiani, who we've already met, Clay Wilson on guitar and ukulele, they both play, and Linda Green on bass. You might know Linda's also dancing. They do everything. They do everything. At the other end, down there, also a dancer, Lois Salantis. Singing next to her, Mary Ayers. Next to Mary Mark Toole, who has sung with us before. And Jerry Wagner, Karen's husband, on steel guitar. Hula Mai Band. The next song we're going to do began as a love song, but you wouldn't recognize it if you heard the original version of it. It's from the mid-1800s, and in it, a lover says to his partner, let's not stay here. Let's get out of this place because we might be found. I love you so much I can't even think straight. But that is not what we're used to thinking about this song. Hollywood got a hold of it in the 1940s, and that's the way we're going to do it tonight. The Hollywood version that you are now familiar with, and the dancers are going to do it with the feathered gourds, or the uli uli. Here is the Hawaiian war chant. I have to go down there. I have to sing this. Okay. The Hawaiian war chant. Well, it started out as a love song. I guess that's the way a lot of things go, huh? This next hula, the song talks about a legendary princess who was very beautiful with skin the color of koa wood. And each verse talks about a chapter in her life. A neighboring prince was in love with this beautiful princess, and he wooed her by playing songs to her on his nose flute. But the trouble was that he played his nose flute in the middle of the night and disturbed everybody. So everybody says, "Awe," which means good gracious, alas. Well, every verse starts out with "Awe." Awe, she's got skin the color of koa. Awe, he's singing that, playing that nose flute again. Awe, she's in love with him. Awe, they're getting married. So that's a little summary of the 4 verses of this song. At the end of every verse, for some reason, the composer threw in the Hawaiian alphabet. We don't know why, but it's there. And it's cute. And we hope that you will enjoy this. It's Ka'ilau or Okekoa, or you can call it the alphabet song. Okay, here we go. Awe. Kaidilau o Kekoa. All right. And now it's my turn to dance for you. This is another love song, as are so many Hawaiian songs. But it's only indirectly about love, as so many Hawaiian love songs are. The lyrics speak about the rain, about the lehua blossoms falling into the sea, where the rain and the sea become one. Mary Ayres will sing, and as she sings each verse the first time, my son, Kalani, will translate that verse into English so that you can follow the motions a little bit more. And then she'll sing it again in Hawaiian so you can hear the poetry of the Hawaiian language. This is Kawai Lehua by the same composer who wrote Ka'ilau o Kekoa, but this doesn't have any ABCs in it. This is just Kawai Lehua.
As the rain falls, it brings lehua blossoms from above. The blossoms fall into the sea. And dance playfully upon the waves. The rain returns to the sea. They become one, and the cycle is complete. This is my tribute to you, Heavenly One. The lehua rain that perfumes the air.
Thank you very much. We're often asked, what is Hula Mai? Anyway, who are you? We do have classes at Vintage House, which is the senior center. And many of us are seniors, but I thought, well, I'll get the facts. You know, ex-reporter, you got to get the facts. So I did a census. And I'm going to give you a profile. I'm going to tell you who we are. We are 36 performers here who put this show together for you. Dancers, musicians, singers. We are 22 mothers, 7 fathers, 11 grandmothers, 3 grandfathers, 1 great-grandmother, and another who is about to become one. Among us, we have 59 children, 72 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, and 2 more on the way. We have had 40 marriages, 15 divorces, and 5 of us have been widowed. 32 of us are retired. In our careers, 3 of us were teachers, 4 were accountants, 7 ran their own businesses, 11 were full-time homemakers, 2 graphic artists, 1 lawyer, 2 nurses, 1 architect, and so on and on and on into just about every field of endeavor you can name, including TV news. All of us but 1 have email. Half of us say we are computer savvy. 5 of us were born in Hawaii. 1 was born and raised right here in Sonoma, and 2 were born and raised in Europe. 6 of us are fluent in Spanish, 4 in French, 1 in German, 1 in Italian, and 1 says he can sing in 5 different languages. Our 36 performers have visited Hawaii more than 1,000 times. Some say they have gone so often they've lost track of the number. Only 2 of us have never been there at all. 16 of us have never danced the hula before Hula Mai. 5 of us danced hula when we were young and are able to do it again because of Hula Mai. 5 say they have never performed on any stage doing anything before Hula Mai. But just about everybody says they never dreamed they would be performing on a stage at this age. And regarding age, our youngest performer is 41. Our oldest is 92. Half of us are in our 60s. 5 of us are in our 80s. We have survived a multitude of life's challenges. 7 of us are cancer survivors. 2 have survived serious accidents, and 1 lives to tell the tale of being robbed while a gun was being held to her head. That's who we are. We are many different things. One thing we are is that we're all very, very happy to be here this evening, singing and dancing for you. Hula Mai does more than this one annual show. We also have a road show and we perform at residential facilities and organizations, private parties, and so on, all mostly in Sonoma Valley, but once in a while we go beyond the county limits. And you can find out more about that, contact us through Vintage House or through our website, hulamai.org. And if you want to learn how to hula, we also have gone on record. We made a DVD. My son Kalani produced it right here in Sonoma last summer, and it's for sale right next to Patrick's CDs. I think they're over there. It's called Hula for Life, and it's a 2-disc set. You can learn how to hula. You can also learn how to play the ukulele in this 2-disc, and it's for sale for $30. But Kalani had this idea, and he said, "Mom, while you're doing it, this is a gift. He knows this show is free. It's for the community. It's our gift to you of aloha." But he said, maybe some people would want to contribute anyway for the welfare of Hula Mai. That's great, because we do spend money. So if you would like to support Hula Mai, what we will do, do have a donation jar over there. And Kalani says if you contribute $50 or more to Hula Mai, you get a free DVD. The math works on that, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. So that's good. Anyway, that's the profile, that's Hula Mai, that's who we are. Our next number is, it's our main production number for tonight. It's very different from anything else we've ever done. Because not only are the dancers doing the choreography for the hula, but they're doing it in a floor pattern. In this case, they form an island because this hula is about the island of Kauai. And the costumes they are wearing are purple because that is the color of Kauai. On their left arms, they are wearing chiffon waves that symbolize the colors of tide pools and sea foam that you might see swirling around any tropical island. So here are the Hula Mai dancers doing beautiful Kauai.
There's an island far across the sea, beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, and it's calling, just calling to me. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, in the midst of burnt water, Mother Nature made her home, and the falls of Waialua, where lovers often roam, saw return to my eyes across the sea. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, where my true love is waiting for me. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, in the midst of burnt water, Mother Nature made her home, and the falls of Waialua, where lovers often roam, saw return to my eyes across the sea. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, beautiful
The solo on that was by our bass player, Linda Green, also dancer, also ukulele player, banjo player. I would also like to recognize three women who worked really hard on these costumes. Linda Bodwell and Minta Giomi, who were dancing, helped design the costumes and made all the beautiful knowledge waves. And Josefina Padilla, who I think is in the audience somewhere out there, sewed, is a seamstress here in town, and she sewed most of these dresses. Are you out there, Josefina? Hello, wait, yes. So I want to thank all of you for your artistry and skill. So as I said earlier, Hawaiians express appreciation by saying mahalo, mahalo nui, thank you very much. So we took the song Mahalo Nui and we rewrote the words for Hula Mai. And all the dancers are back on stage now, and they're going to dance a last dance for you, Mahalo Nui, and it will go right into the most famous song of farewell on the planet, Aloha Oi. So here we dance for you, Mahalo Nui, and then we're going to ask you to join us in singing Aloha Oi. Here we go. You to stand up and sing because you're already standing up. You've been a wonderful, wonderful audience. We have so much enjoyed dancing and singing for you this evening. We hope you come again. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Vintage House. Thank you, everybody. Be sure to come again next week, next Friday night at the Veterans Hall, the Legends of Waikiki. So we are now a legend. Please join us. Sing Aloha. One fond embrace. Ahoia ea. Now repeat that. Until we meet again. Mahalo nui, aloha. I like that. Thank you. Thank you very much.